Well, if the fight is half as spectacular as that, then this will be quite a night in boxing history. Let's go down to Tim Ryan and get things going.
All right, Al, I certainly agree with you. We had the champions of fireworks, the Grucci's, with that incredible display. And Roberto Duran and Sugar Ray Leonard will now try to top it in the much anticipated Uno Mas. And Duran, who came in at 158 pounds, having started to prepare for this fight back in August, nearly 200, and he is lean and mean looking. Did it take too much out of him? Well, it's one of the several questions to be answered. Duran making his way toward the ring here at the Mirage. And this crowd, pumped by the fireworks display, should greet him with quite a roar. What a career it has been for the legendary Ana Piedra. 38 years of age, a stunning victory over Iran Barkley at age 37. That got him here. Just approaching now, ringside area. Roberto Duran, the WBC Middleweight Champion. 92 professional fights. 61 knockouts. In his corner, he'll have Carlos Hibbert, a man he gives great credit to for getting him into shape. And longtime handler Nestor Quinones. Sugar Ray Leonard. Attempting yet another milestone in his career. After nearly a 5-year layoff, coming back to defeat Marvelous Marvin Hagler and win the middleweight crown. A victory over light heavyweight Donnie Lalonde for yet another title. And then the draw against Thomas Hearns, a fight which did not satisfy Ray Leonard and no doubt encouraged him to give Roberto Duran Uno Mas. Not too often you see a boxer come into the ring wearing a hat of any kind, but a wool cap on the head of Sugar Ray. It is still cool. He's been warming up in his dressing room, and he doesn't want to come in here and get cold all of a sudden. Temperatures in the high 40s here in Las Vegas. And now Sugar Ray Leonard being seen by the sellout crowd here for the first time. The WBC Super Middleweight Champion. 35 victories, 1 defeat at the hands of Roberto Duran. Avenged in New Orleans and coming in with a warm-up suit, kind of a karate-style warm-up suit. 33 years of age, weighed in at 160. Roberto Duran, 38 years of age, coming in at 158 pounds. And we have learned, as Gil Clancy reported earlier, that this will be for just the one title. The super middleweight crown held by Sugar Ray Leonard. That's by agreement between the boxers, their management, and the WBC. Well, in fight number 1, you can see that Duran 50 punches average per round, landing 18 of those. And in the second bout, just 29 thrown and 17 landed. Duran in the average department for number one, 60 punches around, landing 43. The WBC rules, 3 judges scoring the fight on the 10-point must system. There is no 3 knockdown rule under the World Boxing Council. And now let's go up for the introductions to Michael Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to the Mirage here in Las Vegas, Nevada. Tonight, the Mirage presents World Championship Boxing. The promoter for this event is Top Rank Incorporated in association with the King of Beers, Budweiser. It is sanctioned by the Nevada State Athletic Commission Chairman Dr. James Nave. The commissioners are Dwayne Ford, Dr. Elias Ghanem, Jay Nady, and Luther Mack. Executive Director Chuck Minker. Physicians at ringside, Dr. Donald Romeo, Dr. Flip Homansky, and Dr. Albert Campana. The timekeepers, Al Bisick, counting for the knockdown seconds, Mike Lachella. Representing the World Boxing Council at ringside is its president, Jose Suleiman. And the supervisor at ringside for the WBC is Nevada State Commissioner Dr. Elias Ghanem. The 3 judges scoring this bout on the 10-point must system will be Joe Cortez from New Jersey in the United States, Bob Logiste of Belgium, and Jerry Roth from Nevada in the United States. And now, ladies and gentlemen, from the Mirage, the moment you've all been waiting for. Let's get ready to rumble! 12 rounds of boxing for the WBC Super Middleweight Championship of the World. The referee for this bout, for the 69th time in a world title bout, is Richard Steele. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, he weighed in today at 158 pounds even. In 92 professional bouts, he scored 85 victories with 61 KOs and garnered 4 world championships. Tonight, he is the challenger again. Señoras y señores, con el barrio Chorrillo en el ciudad de Panamá, el hombre con los manos de piedra, Roberto Duran. And fighting out of the red corner, he's wearing the black trunks and weighed in at an even 160 pounds from Potomac, Maryland. This 1976 Olympic gold medal champion has a professional record of 35 victories, 25 by KO against only 1 defeat and 1 draw, with 6 world championships in 5 different weight divisions. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting the WBC Super Middleweight Champion of the World, Sugar Ray Leonard.
Okay, I spoke to both fighters in the dressing room. I'm cautioning you again, obey my commands at all times. Shake hands, good luck.
Richard Steele, the referee, with the final instructions. Tim Ryan with Gil Clancy and former middleweight champion of the world, Marvelous Marvin Hagler, ready now for 12 rounds for the WBC Super Middleweight crown held by Ray Leonard. The crowd about evenly divided by the best my ears can say. There are a lot of Duran fans here as expected, and a good contingent of Leonard fans. We'll find out who cheers the loudest as the fight progresses. Round number 1.
I think we're going to see this plan of Ray Leonard's moving side to side, trying to frustrate Roberto Duran the way he did in the second fight. And when he gets the opportunity, he will throw punches. So that leg, those legs are going to hope that they carry him through this fight.
Sugar Ray Leonard down twice in the draw against Tommy Hearns, his last outing. Duran knocked down Iran Barkley en route to a 12-round decision.
Well, they're both faking each other, faking the punches, both trying to fill each other out right now. Neither one of them is trying to get careless from the first.
You know, Duran throws that jab out, but he doesn't really try to hit anything. It's just like a rangefinder. waiting to see what you're going to do. Then he looks to nail you with the second punch.
Well, Leonard just landed a nice left hand. That was the first punch of the fight right now.
Well, you're going to see Ray doing a lot of this, covering this big ring, side to side.
21 feet inside the ropes of this ring. He's using all of it in this first round. Good jab by Leonard.
Duran looks very good. He looks in good shape.
Looks in good shape, but he hasn't landed a punch as yet.
Well, that one there, the first. The right hand to the side of Leonard's head. A good left back from Leonard.
Well, I think that the people must admit that it's good to see him back in here to regain himself.
Both guys in good condition.
Left to the body by Duran. Combination scored by Leonard.
Well, that's what you're going to see from Ray Leonard. And you notice he's using that jab the way he did in the second fight, Tim. According to the punch stat, he used it twice as much in the second fight as he did in the first. So I think you're going to see him working off that jab.
Well, you know, Duran has a very quick right hand himself, so
yes,
Leonard can't be stationary too long.
Nice right hand by Leonard.
They both want to end this fight early.
Tremendous concentration by Leonard here in this first round. Continuation of what he said, that there's been the primary means of training for this bout. Concentration.
Tim, I would say concentration by both fighters.
Body shot from Leonard, the best of that exchange.
Leonard's trying to frustrate him again already from the start.
End of round one. Well, remember that there are fans looking in who have an opportunity to decide how the course of this fight is going. There's the information. Our Diet Pepsi, phone in your vote.
Well, this is the first time that I've ever seen anyone in the corner with a blanket, though. And Leonard's wrapped up in the blanket.
And that is a very smart move on Leonard's part, because it's very, very cold here right now. They're keeping him warm between rounds. And I mean, right, Roberto is sitting there. They just threw water on him. And he doesn't even have a towel wrapped around him.
Well, he still haven't worked up that sweat either.
He may not ever. Not if they keep throwing cold water on him.
But this is good. Like you said, the blanket does keep the heat in.
And it's not the first time I've seen a blanket, Marv. I've seen it used many times before. Well, you know, in the old days, you're right, Marv.
Temperatures here in the 40s at fight time in Las Vegas. Round number 2, scheduled for 12.
Well, Duran is really going to have to take it to Leonard.
Well, what Ray is going to look to do, lull him to sleep a little bit side to side, get in, hit him with good combinations, and then get back out again.
Duran surely is expecting this attack, though, gentlemen. He cannot be surprised.
No question about it.
So his question, the question about Duran then is, how patient can he be? How effectively can he cut off the ring?
Well, you can see he's trying to cut the ring off now on Leonard, you know? And that's a smart thing to do. But as you know, you cannot let Leonard get the lead in the beginning of the fights. So I would suspect that Duran would have to throw some punches.
Right hand lead landed by Leonard, a counter return by Duran.
The main thing which I worry about, by Duran getting down to 158, did it zap into his energy? And we'll find out in the late rounds. This fight here, they both play the same game. Duran is like that also.
Duran getting a little more range counter-punching and lands a good right to the body.
Duran has always been known as a good body puncher anyway.
Well, he is getting the range a little bit now, Tim. A little low by Roberto.
Left hook lead scored by Leonard before the low blow return.
Well, like I said, both of these guys, there's no difference in them because they both know each other.
Ray is trying to feel his legs under him.
Now Ray, for the first time, starting to smile, look a little more confident, a little more relaxed.
Yeah, well, that's the same thing he did against Tommy, and next thing you know, he went down.
And now a little of a return to New Orleans stuff.
He's working on Roberto's mind right now.
So far,
Hey, there we go. He's working on Roberto's mind.
the first bolo move.
Polo move and ended followed by the jab. That's what he did in the second fight. Here he is side to side again. And Roberto hasn't changed his pattern one bit.
Well, I think Roberto knows that he's got to get Leonard to come to him on the throw punches.
But now when they got into a punching exchange, Leonard was able to out-punch him and then get out.
Get out. And this is where Duran has to follow him back and continue to throw punches. This is what Duran is trying to do.
End of round number 2. Let's follow Ray Leonard back to his corner. Pepe Correa, the trainer.
It's gonna be like this all night long. It's gonna be like, come on, like, gonna be like this all night long, fellas. All right, water bucket. Mouthpiece is coming out this round. Okay, get that Vaseline back on his face again. Ray, we go with the double sticks. Unless you plan to throw a right hand off a single jab, we go with the double sticks. Okay, now. He don't like it in the body. I can see it already. Every time you get a chance, deal in the body, but you want to go to the body with both hands. You drop off a jab, you drop a hard right hand to the body, come back with the left hook to the head. Got it?
We're joined at ringside by former world bantamweight champion Richie Sandoval, and we plugged him in, and he will be interpreting for us the corner instructions given to Roberto Duran, and we'll pick that up between the next rounds. Round number 3. We've scored the first 2 for Leonard. The second one a little more convincingly than the first.
Duran, he looks a little tight. First 2 rounds, he looked tight.
Duran looks like Duran.
He looks like Duran right now.
This is exactly the way he fought Ray Leonard both times. He doesn't rely on a good snappy jab, just pushes it out, waits for something to happen, and then tries to counter.
Yes. But every time when the end of the round, he'll shake his arm. He's still not loose yet.
Roberto is going to have to nail Ray with a big punch, slow him down a little bit.
Counter right by Duran, and then Leonard ties him up.
I believe that Ray feels that he's a lot stronger this time than when he was the first 2 times.
Left caught Duran leaning.
And the difference between Leonard fighting a Duran and a Tommy Hearns is that Tommy Hearns is a big, tall guy. And when he thought he was out of Tommy's range a couple of times, that's when he got nailed. But Roberto was a short guy, so he just keeps Roberto where he wants him, and Roberto just can't quite reach him. Not up to this point, anyhow.
Ray has said privately that he's glad to be boxing a smaller man for the first time in his last 3 bouts. Hagler, Lalonde, Hearns. Right hand lead landed, but he paid for it with a right return from Duran.
But Duran is watching very, very good. He's not trying to make any mistakes, and then he's waiting for Leonard to punch so he can counter.
Leonard quickly off the ropes.
After another round of this, they'll go right back into the first 2 fights. No difference in the styles.
Well, Pepe Correa in Leonard's corner said try to nail him to the body. Doesn't like those body shots. That could be for taking all that weight off in a hurry.
Well, what's funny, well, Leonard's been knocked down twice, and Duran's been knocked out. So they both should have some kind of confidence that knowing that one of them can go.
And Leonard nailed him, and Roberto just shook his head, which is an old Latin trick.
Yeah, well, Duran, when he's in the inside, he's fighting kind of sloppy. His timing is off a little bit.
Leonard's concentration is just great in this fight. A thinking man's fighter. That's Ray Leonard.
Final seconds, round 3, and there's the little nostalgia from New Orleans.
If he keeps this up, he's going to drive Duran crazy.
That may be the idea. And a little mugging as they head back to their corners.
Duran's got to stop trying to fight Leonard's fight and go in there and throw punches.
Well, so far, Leonard has a perfect fight plan.
Always be late. Don't get macho with him, man. Get macho in the later rounds. He's gonna always be late. Okay? Too much speed for him, sugar baby. Too much speed for
The
him.
exchange along the ropes with a nice move out by Leonard and a left hook at the end of it.
Okay? Hey, give myself a double jab.
Let's take another look at that. You can just see Ray's on balance. Duran isn't. And there's that left hook. And Duran shook his head, no, it didn't hurt, but it scored a point.
Well, that's what's frustrating Duran right now. He don't want to get hit at all.
Round number 4. Scheduled for 12.
Leonard's corner told him not to go get cocky on him now.
Yeah, they said save the macho stuff for later in the fight. They expect Duran to wind down.
Well, this is the time that Leonard's going to do anything to get Duran now, because Duran might start to loosen up.
He can't get near Ray Leonard. Ray is keeping Duran exactly where he wants him.
Pouring that hand out there, the left hand out there.
That's what Duran does. He doesn't snap a jab out. He just paws with the left hand.
Yes, but now I can read it that Leonard's trying to catch, going to read that right hand. He's going to throw the right hand over top of that left jab.
Well, that's if he wants to take that chance, Ma, because Duran keeps that right hand of his cock. That's what he's waiting for you to do.
But Duran is letting Leonard rough him up. Also, when they get in tight.
Low blow from Leonard. First connecting jab from Duran, not much on it.
Leonard's fought him before, so he kind of feel very comfortable in there.
No damage. Inside now, Leonard with an uppercut.
Leonard has to keep using that left jab. He can't forget the jab. Now he's moving around. He's not snapping that jab out. There's a good jab.
Leonard's trying to use psychology and the movement. He's trying to put all these things together right now against Duran. And he's got Duran hesitating.
Right hand by Duran.
Started it with a left hook and landed the right behind it.
Duran has to get closer.
Really bang heads in there. Both trying to get close.
Duran has to show that he's just as strong as Leonard.
Ray Leonard, a lot of dancing in these early rounds. It has to be a question as to how long he can keep that up.
Well, there's a moment of truth in every fight, Tim. Eventually they're going to settle down.
Leonard's mouth is bleeding at the moment.
There is some blood on the lower lip. It may be that his teeth were driven into the front of his mouth.
And it also could be a head.
And it is bothering Ray Leonard. There's no question about that.
Good jab to finish the round.
Well, Duran looked a lot better that round.
Ray, I need more jabs. I need more jabs. Okay, when you do it inside, tuck that right hand, or double that foot inside, slide right back out low. Okay, a little more body. Give myself this basket. Water bucket. Finish that mouth. Double wrist that mouth right now. Keep still, baby. Keep still. There we go.
Okay. Apretado ahora. Anótale con el jab. ¿Me entiendes? Yeah. Y empieza a buscar esa derecha. Empieza a buscar esa derecha. Oíste, compa. Por todos lados ahora. Prométeme.
Richie Sandoval, what were they telling Duran?
They're telling Roberto to put more pressure and then come out with the right hand. You know, lead off with the right.
Into round number 5.
You know, as this may help. The fact that Leonard is bleeding may help Duran psychologically, because Leonard was playing games with his mind, but now Roberto sees that there is some damage to Ray Leonard. Might give him a little pep.
Well, you know what's bad, though? Leonard's getting away with a lot of dirty tactics right now by putting the arms down on Roberto's head every time he gets in close, and the referee is not seeing it. That's the old Ali's tricks.
And in Leonard's corner, they complained to the referee that Duran butted him. That's what caused that cut inside his mouth.
Well, I think it may well have, but as I recall the incident, both heads came together. I don't think there was any intention at all.
Oh, absolutely
of an intentional butt.
Well, Duran is definitely trying to put the pressure on Leonard now.
Again, Mark, there's going to be some time in this fight when they're going to settle down and fight. Then we'll see. And meanwhile, Leonard can steal these now, and the blood is streaming out of Leonard's mouth right now.
And it is probably bothering Leonard right now.
Leonard is going to have to get a little bit more aggressive. He's moving around. And now he threw a big right here, but missed by a mile. He has to remember that left jab. That's Leonard's key weapon right at the moment.
Richard Steele warning Duran for hitting on the brake, and now stopping time to have tape repair on the left glove of Ray Leonard.
Tim, we were talking about the crowd reaction. I think the crowd right now has been swayed to Roberto Duran's side. A lot of booing that time when referee Richard Steele stopped it.
Well, Leonard now, you know he will settle down now, because now he's starting to try to punch, but he's a bigger man.
Leonard is a pretty tough kid. Gets right down to the nitty-gritty. I expect Ray to stay in there and throw those combinations. Now you can hear the crowd again. Duran.
Duran could want this here fight too much. That it tightens you up.
Very little offensive movement on Ray Leonard's part at the moment.
Well, and Duran, for his part, has been very patient during the first 4 rounds, it seems to me, expecting what he's seeing and letting Ray circle and move.
Well, Duran's been looked like he's been concentrating more on the body. And as again, you can see both guys are missing shots that they never would have missed before.
Well, 38 and 33 will do that to you, Marvin. End of round number 5.
I think Duran hates him too much.
Let's go back into the 4th round, and we'll see where we believe the contact occurred that caused the cut inside Leonard's lip. See, they both go in together, and that's a pretty good smack there. No question that that's where it occurred, driving Ray's mouth into his teeth.
All right, now, Tim, with the WBC rules, if Richard Steele did not rule out a butt, if Ray has to stop it, they have to stop the fight because of this cut. He's going to be the loser, unless Richard Steele said, yes, it was caused by a butt, and I don't think he did. There it is again. That's a vicious butt, and again, not intentional on Roberto Duran's part, as far as I'm concerned.
Well, you know, I like to say, you know, in New Jersey, they have to wear gloves now because of the AIDS thing. And look at him putting his fingers in the Ray's mouth.
Well, we're in Nevada. That's one difference.
I'll tell you one thing, that rule from Jersey would work good tonight, because then their hands would stay warm, because it's cold.
Eddie Aliano having to do work on the mouth of Ray Leonard. We're into round 6, scheduled for 12.
And for the first time, really, Duran got the range with the jabs.
Well, I think maybe the blood coming out of Leonard's mouth can help. You see?
Ray slipped. Took a left, but he slipped as the blow landed.
Ray is going to have to get back and do a little more offensively. He's letting Duran pull him around, chase him around the ring.
Duran wants this more than anything, and you could feel it. You see it in his eyes.
Duran, they're really trying to close him to the corner. Ray tied him up effectively.
He wants to knock Ray out. But you can't do it one shot.
Ray is very, very hesitant. I think he's very conscious of that cut lip.
Yeah, it's bothering him. Look at the holder behind the head.
A warning from Richard Steele for that.
Well, he also told Duran, protect yourself at all times.
This part of the ring, Leonard always seems like he has a little
Good left
problem.
hook by Ray Leonard. Good left hook counter.
Right hand lead landed by Leonard. Duran ties him up.
He's going to have to start throwing some punches, Tim. Leonard, it's all, you know, Duran is pressing Leonard, but every time Leonard feints, Duran stops. I mean, he's not exactly the most aggressive guy in the world. He's giving the impression that he is.
Landed a left to the body. Leonard circled out of the corner easily. Now Duran sits in there, hoping to
Nice
draw him in.
combination by Leonard. Good left hook.
Good left hook. Good right
Another
uppercut.
left. So Duran gambled there and lost, and now Leonard picks up the pace. A good left and a right behind it.
And he thinks he has Duran hurt. Well, I told you, Tim, that he's settled down eventually, and he has.
Duran trying to tie him up.
This is what Duran wants to fight, but he's not doing nothing. This is the right way to fight, Leonard. Now you give Leonard this much rest back.
Right hand by Leonard. A left to the body. Counter from Duran. That got Ray's attention.
He nailed Duran with another right hand.
And then the bolo here, punching on the break. And a right hand lead
by
lands.
Leonard. And Duran is not punching back.
A smile from Duran will not get it done. End of round 6.
I believe that no mask really affected Duran.
In what way, Marvin?
I think he really don't like Leonard, and he's all tight. He wants to kill him, but he can't do anything about it.
You haven't said anything. Vamos a rifarnos que chucha. Estamos en mejor condición que él. Estamos muy atrás ya. Vamos para adelante ahora. Robert, ¿me estás oyendo? Vamos para adelante ahora, Robert. Vamos para adelante, que no es más fucking macho que tú.
A right hand lead by Leonard. We'll have Richie Sandoval tell us what they're saying to Duran. Carlos Hibbert complained to Richard Steele about the refereeing. And there's the bolo with.
But that was a foul, Tim. And Richard Steele warned him, and properly, because he look at him pull Roberto's head down. And then that Ray Leonard is a tough guy.
Carlos Hibbert yelling at referee Steele, who did warn Leonard. Now, Richie Sandoval, what did they tell Duran?
Hibbert was yelling at Roberto, telling him, come on, we're behind right now. We're way behind right now. We got to get going. We got to get something started.
Well, Hibbert agrees with us. We've got Leonard comfortably ahead at this point into round 7.
I think Duran is not fighting the fight that he really wants to.
Very half-hearted left hook to the body by Roberto Duran.
Tim Ryan with Gil Clancy, Marvelous Marvin Hagler, former bantamweight champion of the world Richie Sandoval, helping us with the Spanish translation.
So far, this fight has gone exactly the way Ray Leonard planned it. Frustrate him, score points. When you catch him off, nail him with a couple of good punches.
He's letting Ray do just what he wants to do out there.
You know, every time Leonard feints, Duran stops. So he's not really the aggressor that you think he is.
Right, and then Leonard will come up with a quick punch.
Has Duran exactly where he wants him, right in the range that he wants him at the moment.
You wonder now if Duran wondered if he's getting old.
Well, you know, you can get old all of a sudden in there, Marv.
Of course you can.
And again, he took all that weight off in a hurry. Nobody to blame for that but himself.
No, the money.
It's half-hearted punches by Roberto Duran at the moment. Maybe he's trying to lull Ray Leonard to sleep.
It appears that Eddie Aliano, the cut man, has done a good job in stopping the flow of blood inside the mouth of Ray Leonard. None apparent here in round 7.
Well, Eddie Aliano is one of the best in the business.
Well, Leonard gets in trouble now when he stops in that and stays there too long. You know, and he gets tapped on the chin. His leg begins to wobble a little bit now.
Good left hook by Leonard.
Duran is throwing half-hearted punches now, Tim. Do you notice that?
Maybe he don't want to.
Yes, he's landing them, but without a lot of sting, and now we must question the stamina factor of how much strength was given up in getting down to the weight.
That was a nice sucker punch in there. He joined him in, caught Leonard with a nice left hook.
Solid jab by Duran. Now a little blood again from the mouth of Ray Leonard.
Right here is where you shouldn't let Leonard get that rest.
Duran throw one punch and grab, and Leonard out punches him again.
Good combination by Leonard, snapping the head back of Duran. Sneak right fell short. Final seconds of round 7.
Duran is progressively looking older, Tim.
Yeah.
Back in the corner of Ray Leonard.
All the way open. Very, very good. Now, you know what I want from you? I want you to stop standing in front of me.
Well, you can score along with us here, and we'll tell you who
Come on, fellas. Come on.
has won the fans poll at the end of the bout.
You got it? Yeah. Okay, we're fine. I just want to keep him on. Just want to keep him on. Move, move. Please, now. Here. Ollie. 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 Hey, get the one. Get the one. Okay, you're all right here. Okay. You're all right. You're doing fine. I want more speed. Get that tape out of here. More speed. More speed. Do not macho. Everything is working for you. Now he's a sucker for a left hook. You see it? Yeah. When you catch him stepping over his right foot, that's when I want that hook. Okay, seconds. Let's go. And then next time I want more Vaseline on this man. Okay. Stay here.
Round number 8, scheduled for 12. Ray Leonard remarked after the first fight in Montreal that the eyes of Roberto Duran reminded him of Charles Manson, a scary character of that era, now still in jail for a mass murder. But Roberto Duran, as Gil pointed out, showing the age as one would expect he would at age 38, but he summoned up quite a lot at age 37 against Barkley.
Big right hand by Sugar Ray Leonard. Caught Roberto coming in,
and right then, that's when Duran should have jumped back in the fight. He's losing the fight now because he's getting tagged and he's letting Leonard build up his confidence.
Tell you, Marv, after Ray landed that right hand, I looked at the canvas to see if Roberto was down. Didn't wobble. Nothing happened except he just doesn't have any fire, Roberto.
It just seems like Roberto really don't want to be in there now.
Which is hard to believe. Those eyes are not there that Ray Leonard described. And yet to hear Duran in preparation for this fight, it meant everything to him. The redemption from New Orleans. The infamous no mas.
Again, Tim, the only shot Roberto Duran has in this fight is to land a good, solid punch and really hurt Ray Leonard. He's got no chance to win a decision, in my opinion.
Duran tries to grab with the left hand to see whether he's going to punch or not. By him standing there, hesitating, Leonard is punching and moving. He should jump on Leonard. He stopped cutting the ring off.
The thing that's keeping him from jumping on him is every time Ray feints a punch, Duran stops.
But he's not cutting the ring off on Ray at all.
He gets him in front of him, Marv, but what happens, again, he respects Ray's punching power. There's another right hand by Ray Leonard. He just has Roberto Duran's number tonight.
Yeah, he's fought him before. They know each other.
We're in the 8th round.
Now, why did
scheduled for
Duran
12.
stop? Why did Duran stop punching right then? It seemed like he had something going.
Well, there's a 5-year difference between the two guys, 38 and 33. That could be one reason.
Leonard still cannot get careless in there because this is a big fight.
As I say, one punch could turn things around, but right now it's all Sugar Ray Leonard.
Even inside, Leonard scoring as they break.
You know, they've been watching Duran's foot. How Duran, you know, he crosses over on his feet. And that's when they try to catch him. When Leonard switches back to the other side, Duran is stuck on that side.
Leonard backs into the rope and is willing to flurry there. Got the better of it.
Well, Duran threw one punch and stopped.
I think Duran is not that strong. And he's trying to preserve some of that energy for maybe if it goes long rounds.
Final seconds of the 8th, the body attack from Leonard.
Duran should not be waiting. It's a lot of pressure.
Time beginning to run out, literally, on Roberto Duran as we see it. Leonard comfortably ahead on our scorecard. We've given only 1 to Duran with a possible draw in round 5. Even round.
Right hand, right on the button. And look at Duran's legs. You'd expect him to wobble. It didn't even wobble.
Yeah,
there it is again. Look.
But watch how Duran's legs are crossed.
Yep. But
that's how he's vulnerable for that right hand. See, that's how Leonard catch him is. Look at his legs. Look at his footing. So you got to bring it back.
The hell with the crowd. Huh? The hell with the crowd. The hell with the crowd. Don't let them get you moving to the point where you want to do something different. No, no, my ears here. Okay, sir. Hey, let's go. As long as I'm okay, as long as I'm leaving, just say okay. You're okay, David. All right, let's go. You say okay. I'm okay. All right, David. I'm going to chop that right hand in shit, too.
more blood from that mouth, Tim, coming out of the corner than at any time since early in the fight. That's strange.
Ray Leonard, I think, knows, as he should, that he's ahead, the way we see it. Made some comment about the hell with the crowd. I guess the suggestion being made that he should try to do more than he has, but he's so much in control of this fight. I think he's wisely saying, I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. Now Duran, planning there, lands a combination of the body.
That was the best punches that Duran has thrown all night. Because Duran should be concentrating more on Leonard's body. He's concentrating on his head.
And there's Ray in and out, side to side.
He knows that Duran is slow, and I'm surprised that Duran has not used that quick right hand. Wait for Leonard's jab and then shoot the right hand like that. More to the body, Duran should be going. Keeping that left hand up a little higher for Ray's right hand.
But again, it's Leonard leading, landing punches and escaping. That's getting some boos from Duran fans.
Yeah, but now Leonard's starting to listen to the crowd, where he said he wasn't going to listen to the crowd and started getting flat-footed again.
You know, Marv, you mentioned that Duran may be trying to conserve energy. We're into the 9th round. What is he saving it for?
I believe he's got a lot of pressure. Either it works for you when you have your family here, like his wife and his mother here.
But you said he's trying to conserve energy. It looks to me like he's conserving it for the senior prom.
Well, the fight's not over yet.
Well, he's so far behind, he's going to have to score a knockout.
But I think that's maybe what he's looking for. But that's when you know when you look for a knockout, sometimes it never comes. You keep holding it all night.
But he's not going to score it, Marv, unless he starts throwing some punches.
He's got to go to the body. He's got to put more pressure, cut the ring off of Leonard, and go right to the body.
Again, Ray is just staying out of his punching range. Just can't reach Ray.
You got to make him fight you.
Leonard for 33, showing excellent stamina to this point.
Stamina and speed.
Look
at that left hand. Look where his left hand is, down around his knee.
And every time Duran leans back, he comes forward, and that's when Leonard hits him with the right hand. Watch Duran when he tries to get out of the way. See, there you go. That's it. Because Duran is rocking.
Well, what he does is Leonard puts you to sleep, then nails you with a few punches, wins the round, and that's all he has. There he is again.
Now Leonard driving Duran back into the rope.
Perfect fight plan for Sugar Ray Leonard.
Duran on the ropes and Leonard in command, and now draws him out as the bell ends. Round number 9. A virtual shutout as we see it. Sugar Ray Leonard.
Beautiful. Now, look what you got here. When you touch him in the belly, you're already down there. All you have to do is shoot the right hand over top on the chin. If you miss it, step in and spin around it. All right? Stay to the right. Stay to the right. You'll kill him with the right turns. He's going to always be late. Keep it missing. What round we got? 10th round. 10th round coming up, baby. We got 9 minutes.
Y ataca de vez en cuando con la derecha y cuando está contra la soga, Robert, cuando está contra la soga, tiene que aprovechar, papá, porque es duro. Eso está bien. Cuando tú coges tu chance.
As we watch this replay, Richie Sandoval, tell us what they're saying to Duran, please.
They're saying that actually when Leonard's against the ropes, he's got to put pressure on him and start banging. He's not doing anything. He's just staying there and stalling.
Well, his handlers are agreeing with our view at this point. We have Leonard comfortably ahead, and there is no fire in the eyes of Roberto Duran.
No, I think basically, Sister Gomez, all he wants to do is go in there again and show the people, if he lasts the distance, that he went in there again and he regained a little bit of something back.
I don't agree with that, Marvin. I think he thought he could win this fight, but Leonard has discouraged him.
And Leonard is banging him right hands to the ribs. And there's that left hook after showing him the right hand.
Maybe there's the age factor.
Whatever it is, Roberto Duran, and there it is again. Ray is just defying him with that right hand.
Come on, work it, get out.
Ray Leonard, who loves the challenges, loves to beat the experts. Those who criticize the performance, and rightfully so, against Tommy Hearns, all it did was drive him to what he's doing right now. Excelling one more time.
Well, I give Leonard a lot of credit for his game plan, but I can't understand Roberto Duran wants this so bad. Why is it not a better fight?
Well, as you said, he was trying to conserve energy. I can't figure out what he's conserving the energy for.
Punching it out there, punching it out. Come on.
Well, Gil, like you said, maybe it's too late now, but you know, again, it only takes one punch.
Well, that's it. Then
And that's
there's
the
right hand again.
That's the punch that Leonard's corner was teaching him to throw.
Again, Roberto's not going to land the big punch unless he takes
right.
chances. He's going to have to take chances and try to reach for him. Take a chance of maybe getting nailed, but he's going to have to throw some punches.
He doesn't have it.
Come on, work it.
All that
That's
weight.
the answer.
Okay, let's be honest.
Nice double left hook by Sugar Ray Leonard.
We're in the 10th round, scheduled for 12. Sugar Ray Leonard's title at stake. A right hand lead by Duran landed. Didn't bother Leonard.
Yeah, but he should throw more of those. Just throw him. What he's got to lose?
You know, Sugar Ray Leonard had some tough sparring partners. Engels Pedrosa, one of the best young punchers around. So he's prepared for guys who can throw punches.
You have to wonder whether or not Roberto Duran wants this fight.
Duran just can't get off, Bob. He just can't get off. Can't get off. And the crowd is reacting.
And Leonard, that's where Leonard wants to keep him.
Domination landed by Duran, but Leonard just fired back on his own, scored just as well. Now Ray's eyes wide open there. There's a lot of confidence showing through. He took a couple of shots from Duran. They didn't seem to disturb him in any way.
Takes chances, Ray. Way ahead in the fight and really reached with that right hand.
He wants to come right at him now and take him out of here.
Couple of extra shots after the bell by both fighters. The end of round number 10.
Robert, si tú quieres ganar esta pelea, tienes que ganar estos dos últimos asaltos. Tienes de huevo a huevo, estamos en Las Vegas, papá. Tienes que meterte.
Robert, saca las manos como puedas, las dos.
Well, our interpreter, Richie Sandoval, what are they saying to him?
Roberto, if you really want to win this fight, you got to win these last 2 rounds big. I mean, really big. You got to let those hands go. You're not doing anything.
Well, again, his own corner giving him an accurate picture.
You know, Tim, I know Sugar Ray Leonard pretty well. He's way ahead in this fight. He doesn't have to take a chance. I think he may go out and do something spectacular in these next 2 rounds.
I agree with you, Gil. I think he is a man of the moment. He loves the spotlight. He loves the stage. He loves to gamble and risk.
I mean, all he has to do now is feint, jab, and walk around the ring for 2 rounds, and he's got it won. But I don't think he'll be satisfied with that.
Well, Duran's face don't look like he really wants to win the fight.
No,
you can see in the fighter's face.
He's discouraged, Marvin.
Get out of it.
He looked like a 38-year-old man just then. Very good concentration on Ray Leonard's part. He's sticking right to that fight plan.
And still excellent movement. Here we are into 11 rounds. After all, he's 33. His legs were questioned after the Hearns fight, and yet he has been moving constantly through 10.
Side to side, side to side.
Because Roberto, he's keeping Roberto off balance when he goes to the right.
When they do get on the inside, it's Leonard with all of the firepower.
And that should be where Roberto Duran wants to be.
Oh, if he can't beat him inside, Mom, be sure that he's not going to outbox him.
You know it.
So at this point, a masterful performance by Sugar Ray Leonard. And a disappointing one from Roberto Duran. Well, mainly in terms of the lack of fire, let alone firepower.
I thought I'd see a little more out of Ray Leonard this round, Tim. He's winning the round, but again, as they told him, forget the crowd.
Discouraged him.
And Leonard is banging him right hands to the ribs. And there's that left hook after showing him the right hand.
Maybe there's the age factor.
Well, whatever it is, Roberto Duran. And there it is again. Ray is just defying him with that right hand.
Come on, work it, get out.
Ray Leonard, who loves the challenges, loves to beat the experts. Those who criticize the performance, and rightfully so, against Tommy Hearns, all it did was drive him to what he's doing right now. Excelling one more time.
Well, I give Leonard a lot of credit for his game plan, but I can't understand Roberto Duran wants this so bad. Why is it not a better fight?
Well, as you said, he was trying to conserve energy. I can't figure out what he's conserving the energy for.
Punch it out there, punch it out. Come on.
Well, Gil, like you said, maybe it's too late now, but you know, again, it only takes one punch.
Well, that's it. Then and there's
there's
the right
the
hand
punch.
again.
That's the punch that Leonard's corner was teaching him to throw.
Again, Roberto's not going to land the big punch unless he takes
move to the right.
chances. He's going to have to take chances and try to reach for him. Take a chance of maybe getting nailed, but he's going to have to throw some punches.
He doesn't have it.
Come on, work it.
All that weight.
That's the answer.
Okay, let's be honest.
Nice double left hook by Sugar Ray Leonard.
We're in the 10th round, scheduled for 12. Sugar Ray Leonard's title at stake. A right hand lead by Duran landed. Didn't bother Leonard.
Yeah, but he should throw more of those. Just throw him. What he's got to lose?
You know, Sugar Ray Leonard had some tough sparring partners. Engels Pedrosa, one of the best young punchers around. So he's prepared for guys who can throw punches.
You have to wonder whether or not Roberto Duran wants this fight.
Duran just can't get off, Bob. He just can't get off. Can't get off. And the crowd is reacting.
And Leonard, that's where Leonard wants to keep him.
Combination landed by Duran, but Leonard just fired back on his own, scored just as well. Now Ray's eyes wide open there. There's a lot of confidence showing through. He took a couple of shots from Duran. They didn't seem to disturb him in any way.
Takes chances, Ray. Way ahead in the fight and really reached with that right hand.
He wants to come right at him now. Take him out of here.
Couple extra shots after the bell by both fighters. The end of round number 10. la seca.
Robert, si tú quieres ganar esta pelea, tienes que ganar estos dos últimos asaltos. Tienes de huevo a huevo, estamos en Las Vegas, papá. Tienes que meterte.
Robert, saca las manos como puedas, las dos.
Well, our interpreter, Richie Sandoval, what are they saying to him?
Roberto, if you really want to win this fight, you got to win these last 2 rounds big. I mean, really big. You got to let those hands go. You're not doing anything.
Well, again, his own corner giving him an accurate picture.
You know, Tim, I know Sugar Ray Leonard pretty well. He's way ahead in this fight. He doesn't have to take a chance. I think he may go out and do something spectacular in these next 2 rounds.
I agree with you, Gil. I think he is a man of the moment. He loves the spotlight. He loves the stage. He loves to gamble and risk.
I mean, all he has to do now is feint, jab, and walk around the ring for 2 rounds, and he's got it won. But I don't think he'll be satisfied with that.
Well, Duran's face don't look like he really wants to win the fight.
No,
you can see in the fighter's face.
He's discouraged, Marv.
Work it, get out of there. Work.
He looked like a 38-year-old man just then. Very good concentration on Ray Leonard's part. He's sticking right to that fight plan.
And still excellent movement. Here we are into 11 rounds. After all, he's 33. His legs were questioned after the Hearns fight, and yet he has been moving constantly through 10.
Side to side, side to side.
Because Roberto, he's keeping Roberto off balance when he goes to the right.
And when they do get on the inside, it's Leonard with all of the firepower.
And that should be where Roberto Duran wants to be.
Oh, if he can't beat him inside, Marv, he sure is like he's not going to outbox him.
You know it.
To this point, a masterful performance by Sugar Ray Leonard. And a disappointing one from Roberto Duran. Well, mainly in terms of the lack of fire, let alone firepower.
I thought I'd see a little more out of Ray Leonard this round, Tim. He's winning the round, but again, as they told him to forget the crowd, just win the fight.
I can't believe why Duran is not moving his head to the side. He's moving it straight back.
Duran has nothing right at the moment, Marv. Yes, Ray's playing now.
Some of the showboat from Ray, who certainly can feel safe at this stage based on what's occurred so far.
Well, the fight's not over yet, and you can't get too overconfident.
Ooh, big right hand by Leonard.
By Duran, and Leonard's eye is cut.
Rocked Duran, and they clashed heads again.
That was the hardest shot that Duran threw all
I think
night.
it was a good right hand by Duran.
And that's what he was saving for,
I think so.
reserving.
They both landed, and the most damaging one clearly was by Duran, just after Marvin Hagler said the fight isn't over yet.
And now they should perk Duran up to go after the eye.
Well, end of round 11.
That's what Duran been looking for all night.
They threw right hands simultaneously, and I think you guys are right that it was the blow, but their heads did come close together.
Take a look, Ray.
But now, Ray Leonard, they're telling him no problem.
What about
I think he might have hurt his hand, Duran.
Stay inside.
His hand.
Stay inside. Go back inside, baby. Don't need for that. Spit out. And again. You got it, Eddie?
Yeah. Okay. Got the left hand up now. Protect that eye.
Now, run. Run to hold.
All right, Eddie Aliano working on the cut on the left eyelid. Let's see it.
Let's take a look at this exchange of right hands. Leonard's right on the eye, Tim. It was a right hand by Roberto Duran that opened that cut.
And you saw a big right hand by Ray Leonard that buckled the legs of Duran. But the damage done by Duran to the left eye of Leonard, final round.
You have to worry now whether that blood would bother him in this last round.
One of the best cut men in the business, Eddie Aliano. He's got that Adavine shoved in there. and there's still blood coming down Ray Leonard's cheek. But again, he's just about safely home as far as I'm concerned. If anything should encourage Duran, it should be right now.
Right
he should
now,
be firing.
right after him.
You know,
right
after he cut Leonard's eye last round, he never threw another punch. He just kept stalking him the way he's been doing all fight.
Right now. He should be cutting that ring, put a little bit more pressure on him.
No punches from Roberto Duran.
Blood from the mouth of Ray Leonard and from the eye cut in round 11.
You know, Tim, if you look at both of these guys when the fight's over, you think that Duran won the fight.
Duran, I don't know what Duran... I think the blood is starting to bother Ray a little bit, and he might get a little careless in there and start the fight, worrying about the eye, which maybe he can't see.
Judges are Jerry Roth from Las Vegas, Joe Cortez from New Jersey, Bob Logis from Belgium. And if this goes the distance, it'll be in their hands. As we see it, Leonard is comfortably ahead to this point. But suddenly this damage to the face of Ray Leonard.
Well, Tim, they're not going to stop the fight in the last round of a title fight. As far as I'm concerned, this fight's over.
Yeah, right now, the eye
I'm going out on a limb saying that, but
right now, Duran should be right after him.
Well, he just keeps... Duran's used the same pattern for the entire fight. No change of strategy.
What's Duran waiting for?
Well, one would think he'd just bull rush in here. That's his only chance.
You know that Leonard's just trying to beat that clock up.
Tried it there, and Leonard escaped easily.
And the crowd doesn't like it, Tim. Now Ray's moving around with his hands down.
Switching from southpaw to right-handed.
And Duran is mugging. Duran should be punching, not mugging.
Leonard was the heavy favorite coming into this bout, and most of the boxing experts picked him to win. Some went with Duran. To this point in the bout, he has excelled, I think, even the expectations of all those who thought he should win the fight.
Well, this fight's going to be over.
Final seconds. That's it. Duran raising his hands. I'm not sure what for, but Ray Leonard,
well, Tim,
in the arms of his handlers.
We have Leonard comfortably ahead in the fight. No question in my mind that he won it. I guarantee you the judges scoring we were a lot closer than ours.
Well, I think you're no doubt right, and we'll find out shortly.
I felt Ray won the fight.
Marvin Hagler and Gil Clancy and Tim Ryan all think that Ray Leonard has won the fight.
Okay. All right, Marvin, you know, you mentioned that the fight wasn't over and looked like Ray Leonard was coasting. All of a sudden, they both threw right hands. Now, if Duran's right hand would have landed maybe 4 inches lower, he may have scored a knockout.
Well, that's what it was. I thought the same thing. Because it was a solid.
Let's take a look at it. There's the punch stats. Total punches. Leonard landed 222. 227 and 52%. Duran only 14% of his punches.
Oh, beautiful.
Well, either he was way off or this is the end of the trail for him.
But you know, why I got the opportunity, I'd like to say happy birthday to my son, Gentry. He's 19 years old tonight.
But you don't have time to sing to him. We have to get back to this fight.
Oh, okay. Great fight.
Well, I wouldn't say it was a great fight. I think it was a great tactical performance by Sugar Ray Leonard. He completely frustrated Duran, kept him exactly where he wanted him for the entire fight. Just really was never in danger. All right, now let's go up to ring announcer Michael Buffer for the decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, here's the official scoring. Jerry Roth scores the bout 119 to 109. Joe Cortez scores it 116 to 111. And Bob Logis scores the bout 120 to 110 for the winner by unanimous decision. And still, WBC Super Middleweight Champion of the World, Sugar Ray Leonard.
All right, here in the ring, get Ray Leonard over to us here. Richard Steele holding his arm. Ray approaching Roberto Duran, congratulating him on his effort. And here is Ray Leonard, somewhat the worse for wear because of a couple of cuts. But I think, Ray, in the fights that you consider your great efforts, this is one of your most masterful performances.
I would say so, Tim. I think a lot of emphasis is placed on the fact Duran was 38 years old. But Duran is a veteran, and he came to fight.
Well, it appeared to us that you frustrated him early, not so much in the same way as in New Orleans, but that you showed him that there was no way he could effectively match up against you.
Well, this time I didn't really listen to the crowd. You know, I think the fact that we're being cut for the first time on lip, I had to move, and then it was a headbutt to the eye, and then it was another shot that it was imperative that I move.
Well, you moved well through the whole match. Tell us about the difference in your training, because clearly anybody who worried about the legs not being there after the Hearns fight were certainly persuaded that they still are.
The legs were good, Tim. In fact, that's what saved me a lot of times. It got me in, got me out, and it confused Duran.
Did you stick exactly to the game plan you wanted?
The game plan was actually the same thing.
What about Duran? Were you surprised that there was kind of a lack of fire, or did the fact that you dominated the way you did simply take it away from him?
Well, I knew he was going to be tough, but speed was the key, Tim.
Speed.
Let me go to the hospital to get checked out.
All right, Ray Leonard, congratulations to you. Two rather vicious cuts suffered, one from a headbutt accidental, the other from a big right hand from Roberto Duran. There wasn't much else big from Roberto Duran in this fight. A disappointing performance for him, an effective, indeed masterful one for Sugar Ray Leonard. And again, we have the feeling he'll be back for some more against somebody. And now let's go to Al Bernstein.
Well, interesting bout to say the least. Not an exciting one, but one in which Ray Leonard again established in everyone's mind that he is a winner, and Roberto Duran just could never get things going. Key rounds, the third round in which I think Leonard really started to take control, the sixth round where he hurt him badly, and of course the cut later on, which never did help Roberto Duran at all.
You mentioned at the top of the show that you had a strange feeling. You said, well, maybe someone would get cut. Sugar Ray got cut. But the real strange thing to me is the lack of aggressiveness of Roberto throughout the entire fight.
Well, you know, somebody said this to me prior to the fight. They said there are lots of ways to quit. I'm not suggesting Duran quit again, but what I'm suggesting is at a certain point, which Gil and Marvin alluded to, he decided, I can't win this fight, and he was there to survive. I think Marvin said it, and at least redeem himself that he went the distance, but it turned out to be not a winning effort by him, not even close.
And all he did for the last part of the fight, it seemed, was to just go through the motions.
That's pretty much what it was, and let's give Leonard credit. He did have the movement.
Let me ask you something else. Was, you know, and I think Tim brought it up, a great technical fight or a great fight itself?
A great technical fight on Leonard's part, not a great fight, period.
Okay, a little earlier this evening we gave you some numbers to call, and we're talking about so you could call in your votes for you fans at home. And look at this, a shutout. Absolutely shutout.
And I only gave Duran, I think, one round, so I'm certainly in agreement with our fans. It was a superb performance by Leonard or a bad one by Duran, either way you want to look at it.
Okay, for some final comments, let's go back downstairs to ringside. Once again, here's Tim Ryan. Tim?
Thanks, Jim. Well, gentlemen, a great performance. We all agree by Ray Leonard. Is the impression that that should be enough for Roberto Duran, Gil?
Well, you know, he just showed nothing. He had no firepower. They were talking all about his motivation. He was motivated. He waited 9.5 years. I never saw a guy that looked less motivated than Roberto Duran was in the fight.
Marvin Hagler, you're not a big Sugar Ray Leonard fan. The world knows that. What are your thoughts about his work tonight?
Well, you know, I have to give him credit because basically I'm a fighter, and you give due where due is supposed to be. I thought Ray's strategy was very good. I think that Roberto Duran should think about retirement because the younger fighters that are coming up today, shots that he took today, they will put his lights out.
Did Leonard show enough to have him keep going?
I feel as though that if he won that fight, that he would fight again.